guys, it's Cloudy. How are you all? Today we are doing our Manga Mondays, and this Manga Mondays is going to be a little bit special. It's going to be in two main parts that's going to span 2 weeks. So today's Manga Mondays, as if you couldn't already tell by the title of this video, it's called Summer Afternoon Reads, and this is the girls edition. So I was really inspired by the summer season. Summer is my favorite season, and there's always something really relaxing, really nostalgic, really romantic, just something that I really love about the summer season. Probably because I'm also a summer baby and my birthday is in summer actually. And they're just kind of manga series that I would just relax, sit back either at the beach or on a patio, the park, something really light, something nice to read for summertime to get into that heated, warm sunshine kind of season. But really quickly, I wanted to give a disclaimer. Just because I'm separating this week's video from next week's video as girls and boys does not confine you to any sort of category. The only reason I'm separating them into girls edition and boys edition is because I had too much summer manga and I could not fit them all into one video. I had to cut some, I rearranged some. It actually took me a long time to pick 4 for this video. So yeah, next week the boys edition will be coming, but to be honest, any of these summer reads are just really chill. I read all of them, so obviously like they're not confined to girls or boys. Boys can enjoy romance, girls can enjoy action, all that stuff. You guys know what I'm talking about. If you guys have followed me for a while, I'm really big on just, you know, doing what you like, reading what you like, so you know, don't let this girls and boys edition discourage you from checking out some of these really great manga. This week's manga picks are kind of centered more on romance, magic, sparkly stuff, and then the stuff next week's, some of it will be seinen. There's gonna be harem probably, I'm still trying to decide, but more comedy, and slice of life, maybe even some moe, you never know. Yeah, so don't forget to check out the video next week for some more awesome stuff. So the first manga series today I have is called Missions of Love, or also known as Watashi ni Shinasai. And Missions of Love is a very unique kind of story. When it was translated over and I picked it up in the store, I was kind of confused when I read the premise. It says, cell phone novelist Yukina Himuro has decided that in order to satisfy her fans' demand for love stories, she has to experience romance firsthand. But because Yukina is such an icy, kind of cold person, she has no idea what love is about. She ends up doing these like love missions to kind of like figure out what it is that makes you go doki doki, what it is that makes you really nervous. This is one of those series that's really hard to translate over just because we don't have things called cell phone novels here. You're probably kind of wondering how do you write a cell phone novel? Like, you don't have enough characters. But in Japanese, the character count is different from in English just because of how the language is constructed. And on Japanese cell phones, there's a lot more room to write a lot versus here, you're confined to like a certain count. The cool thing about this is I picked this up on a first impressions look. Like I saw it, flipped through the art of it looked really cool, so I just kind of grabbed it. Emma Toyama is one of my favorite mangaka. She also did this like mini series called I Am Here. It's another like slice of life kind of more drama series, but this one is romance, it's comedy, high school, really light, really fun. The next series I want to talk about is called Haru Ride, or Blue Spring Ride by Io Sakisaka. You'll probably know that there's an anime adaptation out for this summer season. The animation is already like stunning and spectacular for what it is, but when you actually go to the manga, look at the original mangaka style and you'll really get the aesthetic and the mood and the real atmosphere she's trying to portray with all the emotions and all the characters. Our Haru Ride is about a girl named Futaba Yoshioka who ends up revamping herself when she gets into high school, so she totally changes her look. She acts unladylike and really rough, really out there, just so she doesn't get alienated by her friends who are jealous of her. Because in middle school, when she was really cute, really quiet, a lot of the girls thought she was really stuck up, and so in order to fit in, Futaba has totally changed up her personality. She has a little bit of a backstory, and this is kind of where the main guy character comes in. He originally had a crush on her in middle school, but both of them were kind of insecure, and because of a misunderstanding, they never kind of resolved that. And then he moved away to a different school. It's only in high school in 3rd year actually that she's meeting him and she's recognizing him, and he's totally changed from that shy and awkward middle school boy. Our Haru Ride in the main storyline in the present day when the actual story starts up, it talks about how these two characters are getting to know each other, how they're making new friends, explains what it means to make memories, and it's a bit deeper than what's in Strobe Edge. Strobe Edge is another series by Yosaki Saka, but it has a more light-hearted mood to it. Our Haru Ride actually goes into a lot of the backstories that are sometimes a little bit darker, and it even explores a bit of the taboo relationship between the student and the teacher and one of the supporting characters' relationships. The third series I want to talk about is a little bit older. It's called Kamisama Karin, and it basically talks about a girl who has the ability to turn into a god because of a magical ring that she's wearing, I believe. I read the series like a long time ago, and the series is totally done now. They even have a sequel called Kamisama Karin 2, and I really love the story because it was the one way back then that got me back into the magical genre. If you guys are looking for like a really sweet kind of magical anime but doesn't go for the usual conventional team of magic girls, check out Kamisama Karin because it's a really fun and unique way to change up some things. And finally, the last manga series I want to talk about is called Gekkan Shoujo Nozaki-kun. If you guys are following the summer season, you've probably heard about it. If you guys watched my video from yesterday, you probably have heard about it. And I want to talk about the manga because it's totally different from how the anime is done. The original story is done in 4 panels. It's like a 4-koma. The manga itself is kind of chopped up into little gags. Everything in the anime is very fluid. The plot basically follows a girl named Sakura Shio who ends up having a high school crush on a boy in her grade. What she doesn't know is that this boy is actually named Gekkan, and when she finds out, they kind of have this strange little dynamic going on. She ends up being his manga assistant for a while. I will leave a link somewhere either here on the screen or somewhere below to my Gekkan Shoujo Nozaki-kun first impressions. The characters are very attractive in the sense that it's their personality quirks, their interactions, and the comedy dynamics are really funny. You don't have to get into really deep, I guess not until like later on when there's like maybe some relationship stuff developing. I really highly recommend Gekkan Shoujo Nozaki-kun. Usually when manga are being adapted into anime, I usually only pick one to kind of keep you guys in the loop, give you something new to read about. I brought up Our Haru Ride and Gekkan Shoujo just because the manga is very different from how the anime looks. It's kind of like a different rhythm and pacing. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys very much for watching. If you like this, like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter. I have a lot of great stuff coming soon, and I will talk to you guys then. Bye!